Might be lying in wait. Could have sworn I... Ah, well.
I heard fighting. Well, what happened? Did he beg forgiveness? Did he grovel? Thus always to traitors. Morale will certainly improve in the lab now, I should think, provided Valancourt's replacement is not also an absolute pilgarlic. I had prepared this trauma kit, but obviously that turned out to be an unnecessary precaution. Please, take it with my gratitude. I'm not sure murdering the head of security at a highly valued research facility makes the argument you think it does, but noted. Have no fear. No evidence of our little collaboration will survive. I'll see to it. Thank you again, but you mustn't stay. Go. I'll handle the cleanup.
Yellow and white. even rare blue stars.
Now that you have the rift modulator, any previously inaccessible rifts could be worth revisiting. Rifts may contain useful equipment and resources. However, due to the chaotic nature of reconstitution, some creative problem solving may be required in reaching them.
But if I must... It's because any star emitting green light also emits bluish and reddish light too, resulting in a non-green star. There is no naturally occurring stellar composition that emits solely packets of green light. In fact, such a composition itself would constitute evidence for intelligent interference. No such evidence of any kind has ever been detected. Let's get back to Nuthan Odiscard, the famous stellar photographer. The methodology of the Odiscard's chromospectral survey was straightforward. He partitioned his astronomical field of view into grids, then tagged each object in every grid. He ignores any regions, as black would only dim the color and not change its fundamental hue. The light from every galaxy, star, nebula, and quasar was gathered and fed into a central tabulator for computation. The subsequent spectral analysis produced a final answer to within 0.5% of the predicted value. And that result was beige. More specifically, in the cylindrical coordinate model of color space, the hue is 42 degrees, while the saturation is a mere 9%.
The
and the value
Scoping out a hostile.
system abides.
Stun weapon ready, Commander. Guns breaking! Reviving me is strategically optimal. Let me Thank you, dear.
Library, classroom, or dormitory facility, and exult in the knowledge that beige is also the color of the universe.
Next, the latest field data validating or repudiating forecasts and relevant informational details for near present and future calculations. Please absorb this informative information, valued fellows. Spartan is no longer under protectorate subjugation. This former Order headquarters and habitation for our archive scienticians has been liberated by a most capable and violent anomalous outlier. If you think this third-party liberated Spartan for our benefit, allow me to disabuse your optimism. They worked alone, their motives inscrutable. Hopefully reason will prevail.
Have you considered that submitting ourselves voluntarily is proof enough that we don't require it, and would in fact waste resources that could be better spent on other subjects? Need I remind you that we are at war? All loyal subjects must be willing to sacrifice their own betterment on behalf of the greater good. I believe this is one of those instances.
Determined to facilitate cognition. The following song
Greetings, could you help us settle a matter? We've set out for mental refreshment, but upon reflection, the resources needed for it are a luxury we should forego due to the war.
If you're doubting that you need refreshment, I can request a specialized third-person observation for you just to make sure. Those professional observers are quite thorough.
When framed in that way, it does sound rather resource-intensive. I'll just hold off for now. As a loyal subject, I'll get it done if necessary, but I can't say I need it quite yet. Yes, I've made up my mind. I'll hold off for now and go another time. Obviously, the treatment and effort would be wasted on a loyal subject such as myself. Thank you, stranger.
It will land on heads with a 1 in 2 chance, or tails with a 1 in 2 chance. Really 2 outcomes. Is there not one specific outcome we can determine? Yes. With complete information, there can be no chance.
Consider self-preservation a priority.
Information yield perfect predictions. information, there can be no chance. Only outcome. Complete
Outsider?
information yields perfect predictions. 100%
Hostile in proximity.
Standing by to stupefy.
For initiates to grasp. If the result of the flip of a coin is known to be heads, is it necessary to flip the coin? Would it not be more efficient to simply go forward as if it had been flipped and proceed with whatever action that flip was intended to choose? If so, what part of that choice?
Target analyzed. Lay down fire.
Of course, is none. Only when there is less than complete information are we reduced to chance.
Aggressor at hand.
At present, we do not have complete.
Adversary vulnerabilities identified.
Capabilities, expected values, and standard.
Vitals are in the red, Commander.
By necessity, we
I'm
are
alive.
forced to
Who needs to
estimate
die?
outcomes based on assumed distributions of sample populations. Such travesty. No, not a travesty. Tragedy. A horror. A horror the archive will help us avoid. Every bit of data collected, analyzed, and input by our archivists brings us closer to our goal, to the solving of the universal equation. Probability is not enough. Guesses are not enough. Incomplete information leads to inaccurate predictions, which lead to tragedies. We must not guess. We must know. Help us know. Contribute any and all data you can collect to our proud archivists. And you too can say you contributed to the archive.
This is Grand Plan Wireless, broadcasting soothing tunes for your audio canal and enriching content for your cerebral cortex around the chronometer until we achieve ascension. Colleagues, we are living in astounding yet increasingly difficult to predict times. One need look no further than the rift intensification event. It is no great leap to hypothesize the rifts present an extinction-level threat. How fascinating. And worth noting how our Arcadian cohabitators view this energetic phenomenon. The incursive bit brokers in Auntie's Choice perceive the rifts as an exploitable resource once someone figures out how to stabilize them. No great cognitive feat to deduce that someone is us. Meanwhile, those chronic underthinkers in the Protectorate are taking their textbook propagandized approach, outwardly heralding the rifts as a portent of their vaunted paradigm, while no doubt inwardly seeking their own means to mitigate their peril. This is not idle speculation. The Protectorate is operating their own laboratory dedicated to rift research, the Interstitial Reconfiguration Center on Praetor. We remain skeptical of the Protectorate's research, given their lack of any staff academically lettered and duly accredited in the fields of scientism. In fact, it is likely the rift threat would never have escalated if the Protectorate had simply included us in their research from the outset. And yet we should not dismiss their clumsy attempts outright. Even a stopped chronometer is accurate twice in a daily cycle. Perhaps their efforts were not fraught with error. We have observed reports that a familiar yet regrettably anomalous outlier has liberated a device from the lab capable of controlling and minimalizing the rift threat. If these reports verify, the outlier's next steps bear close scrutiny. A rift-stabilizing device would be most valuable in solving the universal equation. In the interim, you may reliably rely on these airwaves to deliver relevant and well-sourced information about the rift situation.
Now do carry on. And as always, anticipate and calculate.
Further beneficial content soon follows. This popular number has been conclusively proven to promote cognitive function.
We were once two separate points. We had no connection till the age of the order gave us both direction. Then we were parallel lines traveling into infinity, never to meet. Yet in such close proximity. And then one day our eyes would meet, and fate set into motion that telltale surge.
Investigating hostile intentions. I have a fix on their weaknesses.
Say the word and I'll spread enlightenment.
Supposed to shoot the enemy.
My heart complex equation.
I'll handle this.
Commander's almost dead.
Combatant scan.
The quantity of X squared plus Y squared minus 1 all to the power 3 equals X squared times Y cubed. That is the graph of my heart. That is the graph of my heart. That is the graph of my heart.
The latest field data validating or repudiating our forecasts and relevant informational details for near present and future calculations. Our archivists in discrete warfare analysis have completed their audit of the protectorates. Factors heavily in their findings. This minute moon plays a colossal role in both the protectorate's military readiness and the oppression of their subject populace. Although Anti's Choice have extended their over Praetor, their foothold is insubstantial, their momentum stalled. Protectorate manufacturing remains robust. Their automechanical factory, for instance, is reportedly operating at 89.25%. To reinforce their military ranks, the factory is also involved in human combatants. Our presence on Praetor is limited at best, replicate the lethal electrified atmospheric setup unique to this moon. Such irony. Our station greatly increases Praetor's habitability, even gratitude for not turning it against them? Of course not. Continuing as predetermined. And now, more music to perform advanced calculations by.
Don't forget, you're Science lets the paradigm run with flawless efficiency. Unthinking is essential. Unthink today. Unthink tomorrow. Unthink forever.
Ratcheting up my aggression. Check your scopes for combatant analysis. Combatant scan.
We can shoot right now.
They're benumbed, mitigating the threat. Centromere. Improve your odds.
A listener asks, I ain't got time to suss out the difference between the grand plan and the universal equation. Let's turn to basics.
Commander.
Help me in hand! Take a shit right now!
Back and scan. Consider self-preservation a priority.
Band, this is Grand Plan.
Stun weapon ready, Commander.
Lo and behold, a foe.
Mitigating the threat. Torpification in progress.
Let me...
Traveling at the velocity.
Standing by to stupefy. Target analyzed. Lay down fire. Adversary vital critical. Don't become a statistic, Commander.
Qualified substitute. Presiding.
Standing by to stupefy.
Allocation exclusive. That cover fuck was much better.
Like sting!
Enemy spotted.
Time to murder it.
Back and stand.
Interested in receiving our weekly selection of
Torpificator at ready status.
Explosion imminent.
Check your scopes for combatant analysis.
exactly the amount of protein your body can make Axiom your axiom of choice. Of the Ascendant. Humorous hot beverage mug text recently observed, scienticians seek safety in numbers and enlightenment. Avid followers of our predictive playlists are already aware of which song follows. Interested in receiving our weekly selection of mathematical clues? Visit your local predictory.
Kelvin, if truth be told.
Scientism is a lonely field we research double-blind.
The very fact we found each other baffles the undisciplined mind. I can count on you, you can count on me.
We're the golden ratio,
Geometric harmony, and our theories are challenged.
when we set a spirit
colleagues can be cold, but academia's always true.
Why use double entendres when successful ones will do?
You taught me scientific ways, you insisted not foresee.
Two heavenly bodies never
Collective cognitive compliance is a key part of our perfect society. When we comply together, we thrive together.
Mobilizing. Proceeding to it.
You can count on me, and I can count on you.
This is Grand Plan Wireless, broadcasting soothing tunes for your audio canal and enriching content for your cerebral cortex around the chronometer until we achieve ascension.